So invertnet will serve two purposes in terms of research. One is the sort of the basic side, which is reconstructing the tree of life. But then there's also the applied side, to actually be able to go back in time. Now, we can't physically go back in time, obviously, but because we have collections that represent the biota of various areas in the Midwest that go back all the way back 150 years, we can actually get all this information off of these specimens, including when they were collected, where, what species occurred in particular areas at particular times. And we can sort of take all that information and combine it to give us a pretty clear picture of how the biota of that particular area has changed over time. This will be a very powerful tool for studying things like climate change and the effects of human activities on the natural world. So we're standing in the main part of the collection, which includes the pinned insect specimens. We have about 7 million specimens in our collection. This makes us about the 10th largest insect collection in the country. We do a lot of research on the specimens in the collection, and we also process loans for other researchers that use our collection as well. The collection itself is very fragile, and we don't allow access to the general public because the specimens are essentially irreplaceable. So the invertnet project will actually change that access for basically anyone to be able to see what we have in our collection. Once we start this project, we're basically intending to digitize this entire drawer and all of these drawers. Not just present a picture of the drawer on the website, but actually do a 3D reconstruction. And what that means is we're going to grab a high-resolution digital image of each drawer, which may contain anywhere from 100 to a couple thousand specimens. This is extremely important because the only way to do that now is to actually come here and visit the collection, or write to us and say, I want to borrow all your specimens of species X, and then we have to box them up and send them to you. So this project will actually facilitate research. Yeah, so this was a cornfield up until about 10 years ago, and it was taken out of production and planted to native prairie plants. Because we've lost so much of our prairie, there's only about 0.1% of the original prairie vegetation left over in Illinois. This is what they used to look like before they got plowed under. So here's some deep, if you want. One of the best ways to collect insects is at lights, especially insects that are nocturnal, which a lot of them are. And they're attracted to light because they actually use natural light to navigate. We're already seeing the consequences of the loss of prairie. Basically, a lot of our native grassland birds have disappeared. They no longer occur in Illinois. A lot of the native insects of prairies have disappeared. When you lose that much habitat, when you lose 99.9% of your habitat, you're going to lose species. I mean, that's pretty much a given. You know, basically the stuff that we have in our collection, and the more accessible we make the data from our collection, the more informed our decisions will be when we're actually trying to get out here and restore native habitats.